King Boo is here! Oh, that kind of hurt a little bit. Alright, hey, this is Cole from drivecheckpodcast, and today we're trying to think, I wanted to do something a little bit differently, because I'm super excited for all this Granblue stuff coming out, and I kind of want to make videos when the cards are released, kind of give my thought process behind them, and just because I'm so excited, I want to start more conversations about them. Full disclosure, I'm a trash player. I'm not very good, but I play it for fun. So this is mostly for not necessarily competitive, but fun aspects of the game that I really like. So we'll just jump in with Ghostie Great Emperor Big Obadiah. And I'll put a card art, as soon as I stop hitting my mic, I'll put a card art up on one of the sides. And I like the art a lot. It's so cute. His crown is a palace, and he's bursting out of the ground with a big old mustache. I like it a lot. Also, I had a lot of sugar at work, so I'm very excited. So he's got his normal stride. Oh, by the way, he is a grade 4 stride. Pretty sure he's a ghost. I can't read the Japanese, but I'm pretty sure he's a ghost. Also, stride, which if you don't know what stride is, discard some of grade 3s in order to stride, or ride, stop hitting the mic, ride this card from an extra deck zone, essentially. And then his act ability is Vanguard once per turn, cost counter +1, and turn a card from your G zone face up. Search your deck for up to 5 cards, put them into your drop zone, shuffle your deck, call up to 2 cards from your drop zone to your graveyard circle for each face-up card in your G zone, and they get power plus 5,000 until end of turn. It's really good. Like, Obadiah is really strong. And Facebook popped up on the thing. So, yeah, I like Obadiah a lot. He essentially replaces Night Rose, or Roseate Night Rose, which was counter +1. Flip a copy of herself up, and you would call rear guards to the rear guard circles. The amount that you called was however many face-up G units you had, +1. Which was really good at the time as well. And if you called 3 or more, you get a crit. And then it also had like a second ability where if, I think it's before you attack, for every Night Rose you have in your drop zone, you get 5k to a different rear guard. I never use it in my shipwreck because I don't run Night Rose. But, yes, a notification popped up on Messenger I had to dismiss, otherwise it keeps distracting me. So this card essentially replaces it because you call 2 for every face up in. Stop hitting the mic. 2 for every face up in the G zone, which is really nice. Plus, you get to search your deck for any 5 cards, up to any 5 cards. So you don't actually have to do it. But like the original Obadiah let you search for 3. It was any 3 units. If you put 2 or more with hollow in your drop zone, you get to call 1 normal ghost unit to rear guard circle behind it, and that was really cool for me. That was a really good first stride back, when Night Rose was the thing, or was, like Night Rose. So I think this card is really cool. It's super good, and unfortunately it doesn't replace Roseate. You're probably not going to search your deck for 5 cards every turn. You'll probably do it once, maybe twice. It just really depends on what you already got, or what you've already seen. So there's that. But other than that, I'm really excited for it. It's a really sweet card. And then we get to Progenitor Dragon of Deep Sea, Balanerena. Balanerena. Big blue whale. So it's a normal stride, but it has a different stride cost, which you would discard a copy of your Vanguard. So it's kind of like Ultimate Stride, but not quite. Also in the G Zone, like any other Progenitor Dragon, it can't be flipped face up by card effects. You actually have to ride it in order to do that. And then, while it's face up in the G Zone, you can stride for free without paying the cost. So that's really nice. Especially in Mike the Shipwright, my little pet deck. It really sucks having to struggle stride in that deck. So this is great. This is fantastic because I can stride into my gouaches for free. Now sometimes you do want to pay the cost to stride if you've got like a Skull Dragon. I mean, sometimes you don't have other ways to get into your drop zone, so pitching that to stride, even though you can stride for free, may or may not be a good idea. Also, I guess you could just guard with it and throw it in, but then your opponent knows what's coming while they're attacking. They could change. Stop the mic. They could change how many like counter blasts they give you. So I don't know. That may be a thing. Anyway, so his abilities: auto in the Vanguard circle. When your opponent's Guardian is placed, cost discard a grade 1 or less from your hand and retire that Guardian. So this includes G guards, grade 1 perfect guards, and grade 0s. Actually, no, not perfect guards. It doesn't include perfect guards because perfect guards are placed, and then when they're placed, then their ability would happen. So you can get rid of them from being placed, but their perfect guard ability still counts. So that's a thing. But still, like for first stride, if I want to get rid of your stupid little G guard and Bermuda triangles, it just keeps flipping itself. Actually, I think it probably still has a way to flip. I'd have to go back and read it. Like off the top of my mind, I hardly ever play against it, so that's the thing. But I really like this, so it lets your attacks go through. And especially if this is your first stride and you're going second, or actually no, if you're going, you'd have to go second because, yeah. Anyway, as your first stride, this is pretty sweet. It's very basic for a Progenitor Dragon. It's very basic. Compared to the Zoo Nation one, which I'm not going to read because I still don't fully understand that. It's super complicated. But anyway, like, I'm very excited for all Granblue coming out. And if you like these kinds of videos, let me know in the comments so I can do more of them. And maybe next time I'll be less hyped up on sugar, but no promises. So without further ado, I'm going to skedaddle. But if you do want to be a member of our Patreon will give you, if you subscribe at the $5 tier level, I'll send out the custom drive check gift markers, and I'm currently working on the version 2s as well. As soon as I get those done, we'll do a mass ship out to, stop touching the mic, a mass shipping, or exporting, I guess, of those gift markers. And for anyone who had already Patreoned, become a patron of the $5 level, and I haven't given those out. I'm just waiting until I can have the version 2s printed, and then I'll combine them out and send them. There's that. Also, if you give us any money at all on Patreon, we will give you access to our Discord channel where we gush about all the new cards coming out and how good that Nova Grappler grade 2 3k and a 2 crit is, 3k power and a 2 crit base is or isn't. I think it's really cool. I don't know if it's good or not, but I still think it's really cool. So I guess now I'm getting out, but like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And I need to sober up from this sugar, and I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. Alright, see ya.